All right, Yankees fans, let's dive into something that might not be making headlines yet, but could quietly redefine the team's depth and potential for the upcoming season. There are moves being made behind the scenes that, if you pay close attention, could signal a very strategic approach by the front office. One that values preparation, versatility, and the kind of players who can rise to the occasion when the big league club inevitably faces injuries or unexpected challenges. One of the first names to note is Nicolas Torres, a right-handed power hitter from Mexico who has been flying under the radar but might just turn into a key piece of the Yankees' puzzle. At 32 years old, Torres comes off an absolutely dominant season in the Mexican League with the Algodonero Union Laguna, where he posted numbers that demand attention. He crushed 27 home runs, drove in 79 runs, and put together a slash line of 347 batting average, 425 on-base percentage, and 730 slugging percentage across just 326 at-bats. Numbers like that are impressive at any level of professional baseball, and they signal a player who combines power, patience, and consistency. After wrapping up his Mexican League season, Torres transitioned directly into the Dominican Winter League, suiting up for the Gigantes Delhi Bio, continuing to test himself against high-level competition and maintaining his swing and timing against pitchers who are often a step above what he faced previously. For the Yankees, the appeal of Torres is clear. He is a right-handed hitter capable of playing first base and covering outfield positions, offering flexibility in two areas where the team is actively seeking depth. Beyond positional versatility, he brings a seasoned approach to hitting, a mature mindset, and the kind of professional experience that helps younger players adapt and thrive in challenging environments. The Yankees have explored this path before with players like J.C. Escobar, who transitioned from the Mexican League into a minor league contract, worked through Double-A and Triple-A, and eventually made his major league debut with New York. That track record shows the front office's willingness to scout internationally and identify players who could be developed quietly and efficiently, often paying off when opportunity strikes. Realistically, Torres is not expected to break camp with a major league team immediately. Most projections place him starting the season with Triple-A Scranton Wilkes-Barre or potentially Double-A Somerset, providing a buffer for the big league roster while remaining ready to step up if injuries occur. The Yankees' current lineup has right-handed power needs, with Jason Dominguez projected as the starting left fielder and bench options, including players like Ahmed Rosario, Oswaldo Cabrera, J.C. Escobar, and Spencer Jones. This is a space where competition can thrive, and Torres has the potential to impress during spring training or early minor league games, putting himself on the radar for call-ups during the season. What makes Torres' journey compelling is the perseverance he has shown over the years. Originally drafted in the fourth round by the San Diego Padres in 2014, Torres reached Triple-A in 2016 but was released prior to the 2018 season. He spent a brief period with the Texas Rangers organization and even played independent ball, but his performance in Mexico, culminating in an MVP award, reopened the door to affiliated baseball. This narrative highlights the kind of resilience and dedication that the Yankees value, as they are looking for low-risk, high-reward acquisitions who can contribute quietly but meaningfully. Moving on to pitching depth, the Yankees have also made a calculated addition from the Milwaukee Brewers' renowned pitching development system. Right-handed pitcher Travis McGregor has joined on a minor league deal, a name that may not immediately ring bells, but represents a potentially high-upside arm with room for growth. Drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2016 as a second-round pick out of high school, McGregor was initially viewed as a high-upside prospect, showing flashes of strong performance early in his career. In 2018, he posted a 3.18 earned run average, signaling that he was finding his rhythm before injuries and external setbacks, including Tommy John surgery and the pandemic, interrupted his development. Those challenges nearly derailed his trajectory, but McGregor persisted, bouncing between organizations before landing with the Milwaukee Brewers in 2024. There, he began to find consistency again, posting a 3.48 ERA in just over 10 innings, recording 3 saves and demonstrating improved command and velocity. The Yankees' acquisition of McGregor is not about immediate rotation impact, but rather about building depth and preparing for the inevitable attrition of a long season. With 52 players used at the major league level last season, the team clearly values arms that are developing, ready to contribute, and can be refined under the guidance of experienced pitching coaches. McGregor's assignment to double a Somerset allows the coaching staff to continue fine-tuning his mechanics, with the potential for a promotion to Triple-A as the season progresses. This strategy reflects the Yankees' approach throughout the offseason, quietly stacking the roster with low-risk, high-upside depth players who could prove essential when injuries strike or performance slumps occur. Finally, the bullpen is another area where the Yankees appear to be thinking ahead, with Jake Bird serving as a hidden asset who could emerge as a key contributor in 2026. Acquired at the trade deadline last season, Bird faced initial struggles due to prior overuse and mismatched usage in Colorado, but his strengths, a high-velocity fastball paired with a heavy sinker and elite ground ball generation, aligned perfectly with the Yankees' strong infield defense. Players like Ryan McMahon, Jazz Chisholm, and, eventually, Anthony Volpe provide a defensive environment that maximizes Bird's abilities, emphasizing efficiency and double play opportunities rather than strikeouts alone. With 3 years of team control remaining, Bird could be developed slowly and carefully, similar to Camilo Doval, another promising arm in the bullpen. The Yankees' methodical approach, guided by Matt Blake and the pitching staff, focuses on refining mechanics, leveraging strengths, and building long-term value without the pressure of immediate results. The key takeaway for fans is that these under-the-radar acquisitions, from a power-hitting MVP to a Brewers-developed pitcher and a potentially breakout bullpen arm, illustrate a deliberate strategy by the Yankees to build a roster capable of weathering the demands of a long season while quietly enhancing depth and upside. This is a team thinking several steps ahead, layering talent and potential in a way that may not generate headlines immediately, but could prove decisive when it matters most. These moves demonstrate a blend of scouting, development, and strategic foresight, ensuring that when opportunities arise, the Yankees have the right players ready to step in and perform, maintaining the team's competitiveness and positioning them for success in ways that casual observers might easily overlook. Continuing with the Yankees' offseason strategy, it becomes clear that the front office is focusing not just on immediate needs, but also on building layers of depth and flexibility that will allow the team to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of a Major League Baseball season. While high-profile signings grab headlines, it is often these quieter moves that define a team's resilience and capacity to sustain success. For instance, the addition of players like Nicholas Torres and Travis McGregor highlights a pattern. Scouting talent from international leagues or systems known for developing pitchers efficiently. Torres brings power, plate discipline, and versatility, while McGregor adds a potentially high-upside arm who can be developed in a structured environment. Both acquisitions are calculated, low-risk decisions that could pay dividends if injuries or underperformance occur among the roster's established players. The Yankees' approach is methodical. Rather than rushing players into the major league roster, they allow them to acclimate, refine their skills, and compete at levels where performance is measured, pressure is moderate, and development can be closely monitored. This strategy serves a dual purpose. It keeps the major league teams strong and stable while simultaneously building a pipeline of talent that is ready to step up when opportunities arise. For example, the team's bench and minor league depth have been structured in such a way that a player like Torres could begin in Triple-A or Double, but be called up at a moment's notice if a starting position player is injured or struggles at the plate. This approach ensures that the Yankees maintain offensive and defensive balance throughout the season without relying solely on high-profile free agents or mid-season trades. Pitching depth is also a major focus. McGregor's addition from the Brewers system underscores the Yankees' recognition of the value in pitchers who have been trained in organizations with proven development track records. The Brewers have produced some of the most consistent and high-performing arms in recent years, and by targeting someone who has spent time within that environment, the Yankees are hoping to replicate the formula that turned prospects into reliable major league contributors. McGregor is currently in double Somerset, receiving targeted instruction on mechanics, pitch selection, and situational awareness. As he develops, there's a reasonable expectation that he could move to Triple-A, positioning him as a ready option for the major league roster when depth is needed. It is this careful calibration, balancing readiness, potential, and opportunity, that reflects the Yankees' long-term strategy of building sustainable competitiveness rather than chasing immediate headlines. Equally intriguing is the bullpen situation, where the Yankees appear to have hidden gems that could emerge as critical components of late-inning pitching. Jake Bird represents a perfect example. Acquired at the trade deadline last season, Bird faced early challenges due to overuse in his previous team and adjustments to a new pitching philosophy. However, his skill set, a high-velocity fastball paired with a sinking pitch that induces ground balls, is well matched to the Yankees' defensive strengths. With infielders like Ryan McMahon, Jazz Chisholm, and Anthony Volpe providing range and reliability, Bird's approach of pitching to contact rather than relying solely on strikeouts aligns perfectly with the team's tactical objectives. He can maximize efficiency, induce double plays, and maintain high performance without overextending himself, all while having 3 years of team control to allow for patient development. This is a philosophy the Yankees have embraced across multiple areas, developing talent, providing players with controlled environments to refine skills, and cultivating depth that might not be immediately obvious but becomes essential over the course of a long season. Camilo Doval is another arm in the bullpen following a similar path, highlighting the front office's willingness to invest in pitchers with high potential who may require time to adjust and mature within the organization. Under the guidance of pitching coaches like Matt Blake, both Bird and Val are being systematically prepared to contribute meaningfully, ensuring that when they're called upon, they can perform at a high level and provide strategic value in critical game situations. The Yankees' offseason pattern also extends to evaluating opportunities in international leagues and less publicized systems where talented players can be signed without significant financial risk or the need to part with key prospects. Nicolas Torres' journey through the Mexican League, the Dominican Winter League, and independent baseball exemplifies the kind of perseverance and consistent performance the Yankees look for in potential additions. By identifying and acquiring players who demonstrate both skill and resilience, the team strengthens its roster in a way that emphasizes depth, adaptability, and long-term value rather than relying solely on high-profile acquisitions. As spring training approaches, the focus will shift to how these players integrate into the broader team structure. For right-handed hitters like Torres, opportunities may arise based on performance, injuries, or situational needs. Pitchers like McGregor and bullpen arms, such as Bird, will be evaluated not only on raw talent, but also on how they complement the Yankees' defensive alignment and strategic objectives. This comprehensive approach ensures that the team is not caught off guard by injuries or slumps and can maintain competitiveness across the course of a season that will inevitably present challenges. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Baseball fans around the globe are buzzing with a rumor that seems too wild to be true, yet insiders whisper that it might actually be happening. Sources close to team executives suggest that the New York Yankees and Los Angeles Dodgers are on the verge of a blockbuster trade, one that could reshape the balance of power in Major League Baseball. The mere possibility has sent shockwaves through sports media, with speculation running rampant about the players involved, the impact on team chemistry, and the broader strategy behind such a daring move. According to those familiar with the matter, Yankees owner Hal Steinbrenner has taken the baseball world by surprise. Known for a more measured approach to roster changes, Steinbrenner's apparent willingness to shake up his lineup suggests a bold, almost unprecedented vision for the franchise's future. On the other side, the Dodgers, long celebrated for their strategic acquisitions and deep bench strength, may be looking to recalibrate their roster in a way that keeps them competitive at the highest levels. The combination of these two legendary franchises in a trade scenario has fans and analysts alike theorizing endlessly about the potential domino effect across the league. While no official confirmation has been issued beyond cryptic statements from front office sources, the rumor has already fueled intense debate. Could this trade be a calculated risk, or is it a strategic masterstroke that positions both teams for a dominant season? Social media is awash with speculation, with fans crafting elaborate scenarios about which players might be moving and how their departures and arrivals could alter team dynamics. Some suggest that this could mark a turning point in how elite teams approach mid-season trades, potentially setting a precedent for high-profile swaps in the future. Ultimately, the baseball community is left to wonder. If the whispers are true, how will the league adapt? Will other teams respond with equally audacious moves? Or is this a one-off gamble that only the Yankees and Dodgers could attempt? For now, the excitement lies in the uncertainty, the endless what-ifs that keep fans glued to their screens and headlines. As the speculation continues, one thing is clear. If even half of this trade rumor materializes, the MLB landscape could be on the brink of a historic shift. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.